You're watching Make a Path Presents. My name is Ronnie Hayes, and today let's talk Censoring Negan. Alright guys, Censoring Negan is going to be a very interesting thing coming up in The Walking Dead. You guys know that Negan has been casted, and he is officially going to be in at least one episode this season. Now, the biggest thing with Negan, his biggest trademark besides Lucille, which is the bat he uses. It's a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire, actually seen right here behind me, two of them. Anyway, his biggest characteristic besides Lucille is his obscene language. Now, he uses the F-bomb in every other word. We're going to do an example here in a minute, but I think this is going to be the biggest and most controversial thing to Negan, because already fans are going nuts saying you cannot bring Negan to the screen without the F-bombs. Now, I'm going to have to agree. And you guys already know, I'm fine with muting the F-bomb, and I don't care how distracting it is. I know that they, in The Walking Dead, listen, in Season 4 when it ended, they replaced the F-bomb with a different word. When they were locked in a train car, Rick Grimes said they're messing with the wrong people, or they're screwing with the wrong people. Either way, it was pretty corny. If you read the comic, it came off pretty corny, because I was waiting for it. I'm like, oh shit, he's going to say it. I just had that feeling. I think a lot of fans did, because it's real similar to the comic books, except for they weren't locked in a train car. They were in the church at the time. Anyway, so when he said it, my jaw kind of dropped. I'm like, wow, that was weak. But to my, enthusiasm, they released the uncensored version on Blu-ray where Rick Grimes says they're fucking with the wrong people. And I think that is something they can do on the show, but a lot of fans think that AMC was actually being afraid, or they were afraid to mute the F-bomb at the end of that scene. And in fact, if you read an article about it, it's not that they were afraid. Scott Gimple, I believe he's the one who said he felt that muting it would take away from the scene. And I agree with him there. It made a lot of sense the way he put it, and I understand completely where he's coming from, because for a lot of fans it kind of would have. It would have been like they're with the wrong people, and it would have took you out of that moment for a second. Now, although being a comic fan, hearing it changed, hearing it altered, it did take me out of the scene. However, the majority of fans are not comic book readers, so I understand why they did that. Now, with Negan, they can do a number of things. One, they can drop foul language altogether. Two, or they can combine everything. But two, they could do what they do for Abraham, have him say weird shit like mother dick. Three, they could just mute it out. What else could they do? And again, they could do different dialogue, which I think is pretty impossible, where for Rick Grimes, they had him do this scene twice. They had him say they're screwing with the wrong people, and then they had him say they're fucking with the wrong people. Those are two different takes. They don't just dub over that. Now, they can't do that with Negan throughout the entire series, because that means that for almost every scene, Negan, the actor, would have to do a scene with the curses and then do the take over again without the curses. And chances are you'll have to do multiple takes of each, and that would just slow production down. It would be a pain in the ass. I don't see them doing that. However, I am fine with them muting it out and then on Blu-ray release it uncensored. I would probably look forward to this Blu-ray release of The Walking Dead with Negan uncensored more than any Blu-ray ever in the history of the Walking Dead TV series. It would just be such a glorious moment as a comic book fan to sit back and watch uncensored Negan on Blu-ray in my house, volume blast, and I think that would be awesome. So how would that sound? I'm curious myself. So let's read a couple lines of dialogue from Negan here. He's facing off with Rick, and Rick just really pissed him off. Negan, in case you haven't noticed, you're fucking fucked, you stupid fucker. Let's go to another line. And one of my favorite lines, I've considered your kind offer, and I'm thinking of an answer somewhere between no motherfucking way and go fucking fuck yourself. That's awesome. Wait, there's one in particular I know is fucking great. Right here. One of Negan's most iconic lines. I want a team out there every 2 fucking hours. Kill as many as you can. Run inside. Wait for them to calm down. Get our smart fuckers together. There's gotta be a way to thin these shitheads out from a fucking distance. Drop some big rocks on them or some shit. Fucking figure it out. We can't be trapped in here for more than a day. That happens, we are dead. Motherfucking dick suck, fucking fuck, fuckity fuck, fucker, fucking fuck, fuckers. He walks away, finally saying, fuck. Obviously, I muted that all out. That's how it would sound on TV if it was like straight from the comic. They would be a little more clever with it, and they would just have it to where it wasn't as noticeable. But I, for one, am prepared to deal with the muting of the F-bomb. Now, I know a lot of people will get into arguments about why they mute the F-bomb, because a lot of people say AMC does it for sponsorships. A lot of people say that the FCC doesn't go anywhere near it. However, there's still one thing. I have not yet had anyone answer, and I know a lot of people will put, their opinions there, but they don't link it to actual, proof where I can actually pull it out and be like, oh shit, this is what's really going on. If you go on the FCC website, it says it specifically in detail that AMC is not technically regulated by them, but they are and always have been under a law that keeps them from using obscene language. And that's spelled out right there in FCC code. If you go and look it up under, the cable broadcasting, it breaks it all down. But it specifically says that the FCC doesn't regulate, AMC, but they have always been under this code where they can't use obscene language or they get a fine. They're something like that. Anyway, I haven't yet had anyone show me any links that could explain that to mean anything other than what it actually spells out. So from at this point, I am understanding that they are actually legally not allowed to have the F-bombs. It's difficult to explain it because you have channels you pay for specifically per channel. You have, broadcast cable, and there's all this other shit that even me, I don't like looking into, let alone talking about. I just know that in there it says that they're regulated for obscene language, not necessarily regulated strictly through FCC. Anyway, wow, that's a headache. But listen, give me your thoughts and opinions about Negan. How do you feel about his cursing? Are you fine with them taming Negan and having him not curse? Are you fine with them having him, make up some crazy shit? For me personally, that might sound a little bit too close to what Abraham already does, because instead of cursing, Abraham will say things like, mother dick. Or are you cool with them muting it out, or do you want them to beep it out? I mean, what do you want? Again, you guys know I stick with muting out the curses. I'm fine with that, but I want to hear what you have to say on this topic. So leave your thoughts and opinions in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Subscribe now.